Right, okay folks, now going to do another little tonalist piece today, and this is just a canvas board, cotton canvas on a board. Now, if this ends up quick, it's not really my intent to make it end up quick, but I'm not going to shy away from it either if it's quick. Right, hold on now, I need to change my glasses. Okay. So let's just get some shapes and colors on. Let me see, around about here we'll have the horizon. Maybe a little bit more juice on it. Let me see, just coming along here. I'll have a bit of a waterway along here-ish. And get some green, some phthalo green in that to get some of the darker areas up. Okay, so let me see now, just a little bit up in the sky. A little bit up in the sky. Now, I'm gonna have what if you hear the boat do. So a lot of, now I've changed something. And what that is I have changed, instead of using mineral spirits, I've swapped over to Gamsol. And I'm running, just for this year, the volume of stuff that I was doing. And not that I was doing that much, but I just don't want to do more than I need to. So I swapped it over to Gamsol from Mineral Spirits. Aye. Okay, so let us see where we are. And bring this up in here. Okay, smaller brush. This is just a wee Shiraz. I believe it is a Shiraz. No, it's an evergreen. Size 6 evergreen. Long flat. So now, let's get a little bit of a darker tone into it. That's okay now. A little bit thicker on the paint. And this is mostly, at the minute, I am mostly using, I'm going to have to get used to the slightly slower drying time of Gamsol. So I'm just going to take my time. Dancing things around. A little bit of blue in it, a little bit of ultramarine, a little bit of raw umber, just for the darks, to get the darks in here. This is a really tonalist piece, folks. This is a really tonalist piece, folks. Just nice and dark. Now let me see, let me think. Just trying to create some interest up in here. Nice and dark around the base of it here. Each time I say goodbye, let me see, where are we? So I'm just going to take my time here, folks. That thing's set up a bit. And just dancing this brush a bit. Dancing this brush around a bit. Sometimes I wonder why I spend. Anyway, have to be careful of that. Can't be doing too much singing. I'll get chucked off. Nice grey right along the top here. It's a nice greeny grey colour. A little bit of pink in it, a little bit of red in it, just to create some variance up along here. Okay, now you can see I've left a wee spot there. Now of course I've left that for putting in a bit of a brighter area of it. Okay, now I'm just having a wee check to see if I think that the sky is dark enough. I'm not sure yet. I'll have a wee look in a second. I'll have a better look in a second. Now all I'm doing is creating a hedgerow along here. Just a little bit, and then I will come in and shape it shortly. So I will. I'm going to get a bit of, actually not quite yet. I still have a few things I want to do up in here. Just remove the odd thing. Okay. Let's just get in some sky features. It's a bit too bright there. Just softening this up a bit. Now I'm going to be coming along in a memento or two and creating a few darker areas, but for this here I think I'll also use a kitchen towel just to help place these in place, as it were. Now, where's my other brush? There we go. Sometimes I wonder why I spend the lonely nights. It is still a bit wet. Normally I think with kitchen or with thingy-majigs, what do you call it? With white spirits, this would have been dried by now. I'm just going to have to learn to let it do its thing here. And slow down a little bit. Nothing wrong with taking your time, slowing down a touch. Okay. Still a bit too wet. I'm finding it a bit. I'll use a kitchen towel, but I imagine that this will lift it off. With how it is, yes, it's not doing the job. So I'm just going to have to wait. I'll tell you what. I'll hit it with a hairdryer and I'll see. So this is a bit of a learning curve for me too here, having to use Gamsol. And now you're straight up paint there, nothing in it. Now the surface is still wet, so it is mixing with it somewhat. As I say, this is a bit of a learning curve for me also. So is that just an excuse, is it? No, it's not a promise. It's a learning curve for me too. I probably would have been better served to just do one or two paintings without recording them. But I also think, now to contradict that, I also think it's very important that you get to see the struggles as well. I think that can be quite helpful to you. Now this tree line needs to come down a good bit, so it does. Give my water a little bit of a coloration here before I move into it. Sometimes I wonder why. Right, okay. I'm going to hit stop here, and then I'm going to hit this with the hairdryer and see if it makes any difference. I want to be able to work on here, so I'm going to do that. Okay. Okay, I think that has done something, but I'm unsure. Remove touches here. This little I'm going to be using kitchen towels here just to create the softer edges. But first I want to get myself a body. What I mean is I'm going to create the tree in trunks and then build it around it. I know I've already got a massive mess up here, but I still need a frame. Would actually be the better way to put it. And we're still going to put a frame up here. So let me see now, just along here. I say, how far do I want to come out? I'm going to come out till about to here. And I think I'll use a different brush, although it wasn't too bad. No, not that one. No. Where is it? Where is it? I'll do there. Okay. That's the beginning of the trees that I'm about to place into this. Repetitiveness, if you can see that. Trying not to do it, by the way. I'm not saying that that's what we should be doing. No. I am trying not to be repetitive, and yet I was. Okay, so up in here. Nice thick one here. Just let it fade off. So lots of little flecks and ticks of these. Okay, so now I'm going to get me some paper. I'm going to get me some color on this paper. I don't know if I have enough on this, but I should do. Just touching the canvas here actually, folks, because I don't want it lifting. Now look at that now. Okay. Now I'm going to try and keep the kitchen roll away from the mic, and I need to put out a little bit more paint here. So I do. Now, I'll just use the end of this. Using the darker spotches here. This will help soften it up too, folks. You can see that beginning to form. You can see that be here. Now what I want to do is to ensure that I don't go too far. Which is always a very easy and simple thing to do. I'll need to put out a little bit more paint. a little bit darker paint. So some raw umber, a little bit of oxide red, and then another piece of kitchen towel. Now I always try my best to use all the older pieces of towel rather than waste it all, but it's not always possible. Sometimes you have to bring in some new pieces, but I try not to. It's an important part of it too. Now what I want to do is I want to just soften these edges here. Okay, now soften those edges, and now create some lights in here and soften those edges too. Okay, now just making them work together, that's all you're trying to do here. Bit of a brighter one, just to put a little bit of life in here, as if that landscape is following through. You can see that now, and let's just work this in. Now, okay, now to get to the serious part of this, because up till now I've just been messing about. Alright, okay. Now what I want to do is put in some darks here. Just be cautious with it. I don't want it to be putting in too much. Okay, and I think what I will do though is I might make the tree trunks a little bit darker. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll make them just a little bit darker, folks. Okay, so let's do this. And I will try to use this flat. Hopefully it doesn't open up on me, which I think it is going to. Yeah. Yep. And use another little one. Smaller one. It's too hard. It's too old, this one. So let's see now if I can get this one to come off. Oh, ha. Lovely, and broken too. Very nice. Yes, very nice. I think I'll go and use this one's daddy. No, this is the smaller one. So I think I'm going to just go and get the daddy of this one. Now, what is this again? These are the extended points. Series 336, I believe. Now, where is the daddy of this? Here it is here. And I don't know. Yeah, I think this is okay now. I think this is working well. Okay, I'm just having a wee look at levels here, and I think I'm level enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put one or two just over on the side here. Alright. Now, okay, now, I think I have this, yeah, I just have to pay more attention to the, to how it's not as quite as dry, as quick drying as what spirits are. I want that a bit darker, so I'm going to make it a bit darker. Okay. Just thinking, folks, I really don't want to rush this. I don't want this to be a rush job. I think it would be a better way to put it. Yeah. I'm just going to slightly reshape this water here. I'm taking this out to here, and I'm bringing this a little bit up to here, just to get a couple of, or kind of, yeah, I think that composition will work a little bit better. I'm going to bring the darks down to here, and we'll see. So again, little bits at a time, folks. All right, okay. Well, I'm glad that I discovered that the Gamsol will dry with a little bit of the hairdryer. Now this here being the reflections, I want these soft and not too many, and just barely that you can just about see them. Yeah, let me see. Get myself a little earbud here. I'm not sure what these are called in America. Just create some light in here. then do this again, softening that up as well. You get to see that coming through. Oh, just a little bit now. I think I might have just went a wee bit too far in covering it up. Sometimes. Right. Now, I'm going to work on this little tree line at the back here. Just get it the way nice and soft, the way that I want it to be. And maybe a touch bigger, you know. I'm going to put a little bit of an outline on it as well, like a red outline, you know, just that the sky is beating down on it. Nice warm. There we go. Now you can see that I'm going on purpose. I am going around those trees. That ain't so good. Don't go around the trees. The trees are sitting in front. So I have to re-establish those now. Okay. Maybe make the base of them just a touch darker. Excuse me. Right, okay. Now, I want to work on this area here, just along here. Nope, no. A bit too bright, I think. Let's knock that back a touch. It's a bit better. Now look at that, see that? I'm going to leave that. It's like a little path coming in here. I like that actually. That's a nice one of those nice little things that just happen. Whenever you're doing it, whenever you're making it up as you go along, sometimes nice wee things happen in your favor. And that was one of them. A bit more yellow. Nearly, folks, nearly. Okay. Just going to soften this. I think it's a bit too bright. We'll see. I don't like that stark contrast over into that, so where's my red brushing? I'm just going to pink it up a little bit, just a touch. Just let those work together. You see? All right. Right then. Now, I'm going to work on the front grasses here. So on this, I want a little bit of phthalo green, a little bit of yellow, and just see. Nice dark green here, look at that, lovely. And not covering this canvas very much at all. Not at all, just little bits. Now this green here, I'm going to cool it down with a little bit of cerulean. A little bit more. tiniest bit of white, just lift it a touch, wee bit more blue. And just put that blue along here, a nice cool blue as we're going off into the distance, just temperature changes. It's going to be warmer than what it is down here, but I'll put a little bit down in here too, just for the variance of it all. Now over here, over in this area, I want a bit of green. And I think I'm going to put in a bit of a warm green here. But I'm kind of hoping you're barely going to see it, just as it heads down towards the water here. Just barely be able to notice that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to soften those edges. Actually, I just want to bring that down a little bit further, closer to the water. Okay, now I'm going to get some kitchen rope. Trying my best to keep this away from the mic. I really don't want to bother you with all that sound. Right, so let me just see here. Just softening these edges, folks. And the same up on here, just yeah. That'll do at least. What I'll do is I'll get a dry brush. A somewhat stiffish dry brush, and then we'll soften these edges. Wee bit of red in this now as I come up into the grasses here. Okay. Bumblebee da do do lonely nights. Now I'm just having a wee moment to myself here. Just creating little grasses that silhouette the water and what have you. Look at that. Now that's gone a bit much there. You see that? Just dab that away and put it into the landscape. And just want to slightly edge this one here. Just slightly along here, just putting in a few darker areas just to okay. Now you can see that that's only just a very mild shift in tone, half a step or two. Now I think I'm going to put a little tiny bit more in the sky, just to create some eye holes here. Okay, now and let me just soften this lot here too. And of course, right, I'm going to cover that. I want a little bit of tree branches going through some of those, you know, like so. Just it looks a wee bit unnatural when you have all those sky holes and nothing going through them. Bit weird, as I say, but weird. Okay. Now, I'm not sure where I am with being finished, but I still have some things to do, and I'm looking for my birds. I'm not happy with this red down here. No, I think it's a bit too I'm just going to brighten it a little bit. Let me see, maybe even a bit more. Just let that sky affect it. All right, okay. Now, and I shall soften these forthwith in a memento or two. Oh. Okay, now, just a touch, folks, just a touch. This is quite wet, so I'm not going to just mess up everything that I've done. And then I'm going to come across, just to blur that out a little bit, make it part of that water. There we go. I'm a bit happier with that now. I really didn't like the I really did just didn't. I thought it was too deep of a red, so I did. No. I just think I'm going to add a little bit of this into it and a little bit of that into it. Something that I think might bring in a bit of interest, you know, a little bit of colour. But I'm not sure how far I'll go. Just a wee bit of a light in here. It's nice. You've got the pink there and the yellow. And there's the pink and there's the yellow. And we got that nice wee red path, and you see that it's heading just straight to there. Heading to the what's nice. And I think, just out of curiosity, I'm just going to lay in a little bit more here. I've wiped the brush, and now all I'm doing here is using a soft brush right in the center. Okay, now I'll have to get myself a few rigger brushes, a few more. They fail very quickly if you don't take care of them, and I don't take care of them, so that's the reason. It's not the brush, it is me. Okay. Almost there, folks, I think. I'm just kind of feeling it a little bit and just trying to see what else I can do here. Just creating a few more highlights here and there and what have you. Now, I think, right, I want to clean this little brush off here. It's just a wee cheap one, this one, nothing, I don't even think there's a name on it. Anyway. Right, so, look at that, I'm just putting it onto the brush, just some paint that's sitting here, nice red, And then I'm taking out most of it off, and then I'm just going to create a little tiny bit of foliage around this. There we go. You see, that's very fine, very thin foliage. I think I'm going to darken this area a touch. Little bit cool. I'm going to put a little bit of cerulean on it just to cool it a touch. A little bit of ultramarine will help bring it back a bit from the coldness. Let me see. All right, okay. I'll just stroke all that in the same direction, so as not to create any glare. Breaking this up too, folks. That's not a clear path the whole way through. You're going to have things in your way. Now, these reflections are bothering me, folks. I don't like them. I don't like them very much at all. Right, they're bothering me. So, first of all, they're bothering me because I don't think the water's up high enough. But that's not just the only reason, believe me. I think so. I'm just going to bring this water in a bit. Lift that up a touch. Narrow that water down a bit. And then... Where is it? There we go. Yeah. I just don't think they're being reflected properly. So, let's reflect them then. Let me see. Nope. Need a little bit more. Okay. Bit better. For me, anywho's. Yes. Yes. I'm going to darken the tree trunks again, and then maybe just maybe that'll be it. But we'll see. I don't like to talk too soon about these things. I'm looking for... That'll do. Yeah, no. I do feel that is a touch better there for me, folks. And then, again, always, because we're in the water here, I want it doesn't always have, you can have a very sharp reflection if you wish, but I want a nice soft reflection there. Now, I'm just thinking, folks, a little tiny bit of a flick here and there. See along here now, and then just dropping down into the water, and just a flick, just to give the idea that there are grasses there. It's not all very even. All even Steven type nonsense. No, this is a landscape You have things that poke in and poke out. I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna. Do I want it any darker down here? I think I'll put a little bit of darkness in it. So, yeah, just a bit. So it's green, and our phthalo green, an oxide red, a little bit of black, and not much now. Just creating little little divots and pits here and there. Okay, a bit of a soft brush. Just work that in a touch. Oh. There we go. Softening some of those edges. Now I'm going to bring this one down a touch. Just to make it blend in a little bit. Like so. Ah, yeah, I think that has worked. Yes, I think that has worked. Even if I say so myself. That brings that sky right down into this area, so it does. I don't want to go too far. Okay, folks. Just a little bit more work with the dropper here, the ear thing. Whatever these are called, earbuds. Creating little eye holes. Something for the birds to go through. I'm not sure who used to say that. I think it was Bob Ross, but I'm unsure. That's all I'm doing here, folks. Just adding a little bit more detail via highlights. Nice and soft too. That's the beauty of these little sticks. They're nice and soft. Unless you don't want them to be, you can push harder and use the natural edge that's inside it. Only a little plastic edge that's in it. Oh. All right, now I'm nearly there. I can feel it coming along. Bombardee. And I'm done. There you go, folks. A little tonalist piece. Proper tonalism here. Sometimes I deviate from it and go into a sense of tonalism and realism, but I do believe that this could be considered a tonalist piece. Right. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. Oh, of course, you know, if you want to watch some of my other videos, and please like and subscribe and all of that things. But I'll put some more videos up and along here somewhere, and hopefully you can carry on watching them. And oh, you see now, see the thing of talking. Oh, just a little bit in there, just breaking out a little bit. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.